Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. I'm going to keep this one short. So, deer catching season with the Blue Light Slingers is almost upon us. This week, my focus was getting everything out to the range that is high up on my list to take out in the deer woods. Something that I have not taken a deer with yet. It's one of my goals to take a deer with essentially every cartridge. One, just because I think it's a fun goal, and two, just so I can educate myself and have more knowledge when it comes to discussing these things with you guys. So, will this take a deer? How good does this take a deer? Well, can't tell you from my own experience until I experience it, can I? So, what have I not taken a deer with yet? 300 Blackout. So, I think it was 2 years ago, I picked this one up on a Black Friday sale. Savage Axis 300 Blackout. It's got a heavy 16-inch barrel on it. That's my Banish 30 can on there. It's a Silencer Central can. 300 Blackout suppressed is just awesome. But 100% budget-friendly rig. Savage Axis. This is one of the kit ones that came with a Bushnell Banner Dusk to Dawn scope on it. Super budget-friendly rig. I think with the scope, this was like $2.99 Black Friday or something. But haven't taken a deer with 300 Blackout yet. If I do, it'll be with this one. So, went out to the range, sighted it in with this stuff right here. That's Remington. I thought it was upside down, but it's not. Remington Core-Lokt copper. Up until recently, Remington only loaded a subsonic 220 grain 300 Blackout, and they didn't have one for hunting. Well, now they have a 300 Blackout hunting round, if that's what floats your boat. So that's what I'm going to be hunting with. It's a 120 grain copper, Remington Core-Lokt copper. Might as well show you one here quick. Then we're going to head to the range and get it dialed in perfectly dead on, so it's ready and on the shelf where I can grab it and know that it'll be dead on. But here's what they look like. It's a hollow point copper round. If you're deer hunting with 300 Blackout, I do not personally recommend hunting with subsonic stuff. So anything from a 110 to a 125 fast speed, these are 120 hollow points. They'll take a deer. Hopefully I'll get the chance to show it to you this next, from now until deer season ends, with 300 Blackout. But let me show you this range footage. I'm going to do some chronograph, and then I'm going to do a drop table for my own personal knowledge with this rig and for data that you can use. Let's hit the range. All right, now here we go. Back at the bench, 100 yards. Savage Axis, 300 Blackout, 16-inch barrel. That's my Banish 30 can from Silencer Central. Now, 300 Blackout is one of the ones that suppresses really good. And it's all fun and games, filming videos and doing group testing, but this is serious business, y'all. We're talking about catching deers, and we need this thing dialed. So I'm out here today to verify that this stuff is gonna group good enough for me for out in the woods catching deers, and verifying that this is dead on with this stuff and I don't have it sighted in for some subsonic stuff or something, be way off. So here we go, let's do some groups. I'm going to chronograph this too. The box says at the muzzle it's supposed to be doing 2,100 feet per second. And I might as well do a drop chart too, just so I have it for reference when I go back and look at it. Let's go middle target down there. 9 zoom is on here. This is a 3-9 by 40. Super budget friendly rig here, but I like it because it's 300 Blackout bolt. Good squeeze. I'm about an inch low. Let's go ahead and just do a group here. Not the most powerful round out there, 300 Blackout, but that's a nifty little group there. But if you're going to be hunting with 300 Blackout, I recommend the lightweight 110 to 125 grain I do not recommend you hunt with subsonic 300 Blackout. Now, you do what you want to do. It's a free country, but when you lose a deer that you hit with the subsonic round and you can't find it, I told you so. Now, people tell me all the time they hunt with them and have good luck, but I don't recommend it. Let's bring it up a little and bring it right a little. Make some clickies here. See how that movement's gonna do for us there. Hopefully that's the only adjustment we gotta make, but we gotta verify it. We can't be losing deer if we wanna hit them right where we want it. Send 3 here, let's do top left. Those were same hole right there. That wasn't too bad either, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up. And then I'm gonna send one more just to verify on the top right target. If we're in the ballpark, we're gonna hang this up in the closet, not touch it until we decide to catch a deer with it. Top right. I jumped on that one. I'm gonna send one more, just because we're having fun out here, and because this is serious deer catching business. This isn't going to be one we go take across a field, you know, 300-400 yards. This is 100 yards, maybe 150 yards, where we know where it's hitting, and we're going to zap them. So we need to know right where it's at. There we go. So I'm actually going to click it down one, just because I like to be precise. Here we go. Now I'm going to leave it at that. Let's run down there. I'm going to get a chronograph speed, and we'll measure those groups, just because I want to have it documented what this thing will do with this stuff. I'm pretty confident those are all within 1-inch groups there. All right, just because I think it adds to the value of this video and for my own knowledge, I'm gonna get the chronograph speed of this, the actual chronograph speed, not just what the box says. And then I'm gonna do a quick drop table. And yeah, we'll have that to document me and you if we ever need to reference it. So pretty close to muzzle velocity here. Don't hit the chronograph. .261, and I'm gonna show it to you just in case you don't believe me. 2,061 feet per second. That's my Caldwell chronograph G2. But what did the box even say? The box said 2,100 feet per second. And it even said somewhere on there something about a 16-inch barrel. There we go. And we got the BC there, so we can use that to calculate the drop here. Let's check that out. All right, so just measured the groups there. How did we do? So, under an inch. Wasn't too far off the jump. 123.93 inch group out of that Savage axis. Did a little bit of adjustment. That's 3. So one of those 2 went in the same hole. How crazy is that? But this one right here, no, that was this one. This was the last 2. I'm looking at my camera backwards. This is the one that had 2 in the same hole, which was a 0.75 inch group. That was the last 2, me just verifying the 0 after I made another quick adjustment. It was low. I left it high. But, hey, that Savage axis bolt action with a 16-inch heavy barrel, I dig it. And it apparently it digs this Core-Lokt copper stuff. Like I said, this is new Core-Lokt copper. I found this in 243, this 300 Blackout, and looking at my shelf here, I've also got this in 30-06. So if you have to use copper or you like using copper, Remington has a Core-Lokt copper now. And apparently my 300 Blackout Savage axis loves it. But that's going to be a fun one, taking it out in the woods. especially suppressed. Easy, short rig, good one to put a can on. Should be awesome. But let me show you that drop chart real quick before I forget about it. Let me do up the numbers here quick. All right, so here's that drop chart. You can see the G1 ballistic coefficient is 0.251. It's 120 grainer. We calculated the speed at 2,061 feet per second. So I ran this, since it's kind of a low power one, I ran the numbers every 50 yards. So zeroed at 100 yards, it's going to be half an inch off at 50 yards, so you can still hold dead on. But look at 300 Blackout, even the supers start to lower or drop pretty quickly. So 100 to 150, it's 3 inches. 200 yards, it's almost a 10-inch drop. 250 yards, it's a 20-inch drop, so on and so forth. And I've got the mills there. This would probably be 300 Blackout, just a holdover one. Also, kind of interesting to look at the energy. You can see there the energy at the muzzle, 1132. At 50 yards, 971. At 100 yards, 830. So there you have it. Went ahead and ran the numbers out to 1,000 just so we have it sitting here documented. But now I know when I go to hunt with that, I can pull this video up, screenshot it, know where it's dead on and all the drops here. But hey, appreciate you watching. If you like taking 300 Blackout after deer, let me know how it works for you in the comments down below. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next one. Hooty-hoo!